we recruiting this weekend. And we ain't just recruiting. We recruiting. And I just brought several recruits up here, and I showed them this.
All this.
What you waiting on? Read the shirt. What you waiting on? What you waiting on?
Yeah.
Deion Sanders is going crazy in the transfer portal once again. All that and more on today's episode of 4th and 10. 4 college football stories in just around 10 minutes. Now, let's go for it. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are that you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. I'm posting college football videos all off season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. Colorado made a number of pickups in the transfer portal on Monday and Tuesday. We'll start with the biggest one as they landed former 5-star defensive end Savell Smalls. During his time at Washington, he never missed a game, playing in each of the Huskies' 29 games since arriving in 2020. But his career didn't really live up to expectations as he recorded only 32 tackles and 1 tackle for loss, playing primarily a backup role while with the Huskies. Coming out of Kennedy Catholic High School in Washington in 2020, Smalls was considered a 5-star prospect by the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings. He was listed as the top overall recruit from the state of Washington and the 30th best recruit in the country. He was ranked as the number 3 defensive end in the nation in the 2020 class. So when he showed up at Washington, there was a lot of hype surrounding him. But like I mentioned, he just didn't really live up to expectations as he didn't really produce on the field and didn't really earn a starting role at any point. But maybe by transferring to Colorado and getting a brand new scenery will be really good for him, and maybe he'll finally be able to live up to the 5-star expectations that came with him. Up next is wide receiver Tarvarish Dawson, who is transferring from Auburn. Dawson's name has been in the news recently as he actually committed to Cincinnati just last week. It looked like the former Tiger had found his new program, but his tenure there turned out to be pretty brief. Here's what he had to say to On3 about his decision to transfer to Colorado. "I mean, my city back home is a reason. Everybody loves Deion and wants to play for him. And we're from the same city, so why not? I got my old high school coach there. Deion coached me once on his 7v7 team. My family loves Deion, and they know he will take good care of me." Dawson was originally a 4-star recruit, according to 24/7 Sports. As a senior in Florida, he caught 28 passes for 700 yards and 9 touchdowns, while rushing for 300 yards with 6 rushing touchdowns. Dawson was the 6th highest rated recruit in Auburn's transition class from Gus Malzahn to Brian Harsin. He began the 2022 season as Auburn's starting slot receiver, though that only lasted for a week before he was supplanted by another player. He had 2 catches for 30 yards in Auburn's first 2 games, but that was it for him the rest of the year. After Dawson didn't appear in a game against Missouri, he was removed from the depth chart altogether before returning as the co-backup slot receiver. He didn't travel with the Tigers in either of their next 2 games on the road against Georgia and Ole Miss. When asked about Dawson's status during the bye week, Harsin said he was still practicing and was part of the rotation at receiver. But Dawson ended up leaving the team midway through the season. Another transfer that Colorado picked up was former Florida State cornerback Amari Cooper. He'll be teaming up with former teammate Dawson as both players played together in high school. Here's what Cooper told On3 about his decision to transfer to Colorado. "What stood out was the beautiful town and landscape. The amazing people there and the coaching staff have lots of NFL experience. Why not get coached by the best and a head coach who's from the same city as me?" Cooper is already the 3rd player from Florida State to commit to the Buffaloes in the past week. Cooper was a 4-star recruit coming out of Lehigh High School in 2021. He was ranked as the number 23 cornerback recruit according to 24/7 Sports. Cooper was also recruited by Jackson State out of high school, who was coached by Deion Sanders. He appeared in 20 games with Florida State with 7 starts. Last year, he played in 12 games, starting 4. He had 14 tackles, 1 interception, and a forced fumble. In 2021, he played in 8 games, starting the last 3, racking up 16 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 4 pass breakups. He was Florida State's Defensive Freshman of the Year. Now, it looks like Colorado was actually going to be picking up another player in the transfer portal as well, as Michigan State cornerback Charles Brantley put his name in the portal just a few days ago, and there was a lot of momentum surrounding him ending up in Boulder. But he announced on Tuesday he'd be staying with Michigan State after all. This is a huge return for Michigan State, as Brantley is the team's most experienced cornerback. During his career, he has 66 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 sack in 12 career starts. He started 11 games last season for the Spartans and racked up 48 tackles. With an interception, he returned for a touchdown and had a team-high 6 pass breakups. This would have been yet another huge addition by Colorado, but ultimately, he decided he wanted to remain home. We'll wrap up today's video on something not related to the transfer portal at all. Well, I guess it kind of is in a way. There was a clip that recently surfaced featuring Florida wide receiver Andy Jean. He was hyping up his quarterback like any other wide receiver should, but he compared Graham Mertz to a pretty good college quarterback.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, he's an awesome quarterback. He actually loved the game. Like, and he got good energy. A quarterback with good energy, bro, they never gonna go wrong, because good energy gonna bring good energy on the field. Like, whatever you do off the field, you gonna get blessed on the field. So I feel like we gonna have awesome chemistry. Everybody gonna be good. I feel like he can wake everybody up, because everybody about hype nowadays. Everybody about names, and I feel like he gonna come in like how Joe Burrow's transferred from another school. I feel like he another Joe Burrow, because he actually love the game, and he more like detailed and like mentally part of the game. I feel like he gonna have an awesome year. Sure, y'all gonna see though.
Now, sure, anything is possible. Now, I could have seen him comparing him to maybe any other quarterback who has transferred over the years. Not a quarterback who had the greatest season we've ever seen from a college quarterback. Graham Mertz hasn't really done anything in his career to give us any encouraging sign that this can actually happen. Over his last 3 years with Wisconsin, he's completed only 59% of his passes for 5,400 yards and 38 touchdowns. His best season did come last year, so he does have momentum on his side. But he still completed only 57% of his passes for 2,100 yards, with 19 passing touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Hey, if he wins the Heisman, I'll eat my words. But hey, maybe we should all buy some stock into those Graham Mertz Heisman tickets that are currently 150 to 1 odds. Well, that wraps it up for today's episode of 4th and 10. Before you leave, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm posting college football videos all off season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.